Now I'm old, didn't sleep enough. Oh, it's risky for me to stay here. Tomorrow we will meet at 1. We can take a double class, triple class.
Tomorrow, double class.
Because we just met for 15 minutes today for me to check on how you're doing. Actually, the reason why I met.
Answer
Yeah.
directly.
Yeah, let me actually keep it open. When the teacher starts,
Okay.
I'm ready.
If rains, yeah, if it rains, because rain, I can't say rain. Because rain, just one rain. Rains, too much rain. Really rain.
No, it's
Yeah.
because
it. Yeah. Rains. If I want,
very good. How
Yeah.
did you know?
I would travel, would came with this F2. Yeah. What will you do if you late for the meeting? Well, if you I can't use I can't use would if you are, yeah, where,
Because will is if one.
yeah.
This is the main clause, this is the if, so present simple.
Give me a very good example. What would you do directly where? If it's sunny, we can go for gym. If it would it will be sunny.
Mm.
So right?
If it is, we can. This one I taught you. Even if you want to fight with me, I did. Come back to the class. If one, if you don't want to.
Oh, we can use can. Yeah.
Can, may, might, and should. Here.
Yeah. If it's sunny, we can go for vacation.
But if what is going to be?
What's mean this one?
Picnic. Picnic when you go to the garden and eat outside, lunch and pack sandwiches.
What it mean?
Picnic, 1 minute. Maybe let me translate for you. We are. Yeah, the teacher is here.
Oh, excursion. Excursion.
It's excursion.
Excursion.
Picnic when you just go. For example, you don't want to eat at home at the dining.
Excursion. نزهة. Excursion. نزهة.
Excursion is different. C, U, R, S, same or different.
Excursion.
Excursion, you know, when you go for
Like
trip.
Trip.
Yes. Picnic is different. Picnic just you and
Yeah.
Fahad.
We sitting outside.
You know each other.
Yeah.
Few
Yeah.
friends. You go outside and eat lunch. Maybe you packed sandwiches.
Okay.
Okay, you even put the blanket. Excursion, a lot of people came for this same trip. There is an agent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The agent is controlling the excursion. Like you see here on the red bus.
Yeah, and picnic.
Picnic, just you and Fahad, you and Riot, few friends together, you and your family. Even if I show you the picture of a picnic,
Okay. The fifth one, if he would have, if, look at me,
I'm sorry, I'm looking at you.
please. You're going to be layer.
You see a picture?
Yeah. Thank you. Directly, if he more offer it, what's made
Effort.
effort?
Like you try. I like the effort you put in your English.
Yeah.
How much? I don't know, but effort. Like,
Effort. Okay, effort had put in. He had ask me why.
why?
Would have if we could go on a road trip. If we have,
Are you sure?
if we will have, if we will have,
If we had.
why?
Because could is the same as would.
Same would?
Yes. So remember with if one, you can say can, right?
Yeah.
Because, and then which means if two, it would be would. Why? I mean, sorry, could. Could is the past tense of can, whereas can.
Yeah, I know. In the past. Yeah.
Would is the past tense of will.
Okay.
Empty?
Yeah. The seventh one, if she early, she can catch the bus. If she can, like will, because of that, if she lives, yeah, what would you do if you're a time machine? Machine?
No, time machine. Time machine, this is like,
ساعة?
no, I know, sir, time. But you know, did you watch a movie where they enter a time machine and go to the past and go to the future? This is unrealistic. It's fake.
Yeah.
जी क्या इरादा है किस चीज का खाना पीना भूख हमारा लगा हुआ है
My teacher started still laughing. Time machine.
Uh, this imagine, because of that, I will take what would you do if you would have?
Nope.
No, not would have. The also not would have. You
You're almost there.
had.
Yes.
Yeah, because of this imagine F2, I must use verb 2. Verb 2 in the second one, and not second one. What's called
If I had, yeah, past simple. Verb 2.
yeah,
Past simple.
the
So, if the if clause. You mean the if clause?
what we call this,
The condition.
not the condition.
Mm.
You touch me the part one. You say not
The,
part one.
the if clause and the main clause.
Main clause, if clause.
Yeah. So the if clause, this is the condition, and the main clause is the result. So if you had a time machine, this is the condition.
Okay.
What would you do? The result.
Okay.
You remember?
Yeah. If they
You see the weird people in my class.
लोग ऐड नहीं कर रहे, मिले हैं उनको बता दिया गया, उसमें ऐड किया है, नहीं था। Hi, good evening. Are you hearing me?
Hello everyone, good evening. This is Faizan Khan. I am working with the Global Consulting for Safety Environment as a product manager. I hope you all can see me.
Hi, good evening, sir. I'm Rizwan from
Good,
Saudi Arabia. Muhammad Rizwan
good,
Khan. Are you hearing me,
good
sir?
evening. Yes, I can hear you, Rizwan. I can totally hear you. How are you? Hope you're doing well. We will be starting in next 10 minutes because our trainers are on the way to join the meeting because they all are working in field as well as they are providing professional trainings on the platform of Global Consulting for Safety Environment. I hope am I clear to everyone?
Yes, clear.
Uh,
Yes, clear, sir. Go ahead.
Basically, what we are doing as a global consulting with safety and environment, we are providing professional training to all the professionals across the globe, specifically in Gulf region, people working with the construction industry as well as with the industry of oil and gas, as well as in hospitality. We are basically providing as a professional partner with multiple organizations like ISEP, OTHM, ISO standards, specifically in 14,001, 45,001, and 9,001 from this platform. And from previous 1.5 year, we have almost provided more than 600 delegates with the training of ISO certification, specifically in the lead auditor domain. So I hope many of you are students or just planning to become our students. So we have invited everyone like Kiza and I can see Muzaffar San here. Joel is here as a participant. He's also doing ISEP with us. So I'm very much familiar with everyone out there. And let me introduce Global Consulting for Safety Environment first in the first 2 to 3 minutes. I won't take much time of you. Uh, Basically, uh, we have initiated in 2023 with our company, and we established. I myself is an ex Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. As a professional, I came back in June 2024 to Pakistan and joined Global Consulting, and it was a great opportunity for myself. And from that day, we are passionate to provide the right training for the right people. Uh, Let me give you a bird eye view. We have started with ISO, NVQ, National Vocational Qualification, and OTHM, as well as IOSH, OSHA, and then we moved a step further for the sustainability. We have started ISEP, ISEP, formerly it was known as IMA, and with along with this training, we are also providing professional training in multiple domains like risk assessment, fire safety, workplace hazards, permit to work, and to conduct such webinars. The only reason we are conducting this webinar for ISO is the main reason to provide this webinar is that most of the people are not still aware about the changes ISO made in the new standard of 2026, 14,001 2026 standard. Previously, it was 14,001 2015, what we were teaching previously. But now it's slight modification came to our new standard of ISEP 14,001 2026. And the purpose of conducting this webinar is primarily to provide you the right information in a comprehensive way by our expert trainer, Mr. Faizan Zafar, and the second main trainer is Mr. Afaque Khan. And then there will be a surprise trainer today as well, who will be providing a point blank information about ISO 14001 2026. So in some minutes we will be just I'm waiting for the trainer to come and as he will join, I'll pass on the mic to them. Uh, till that time, if any of you have any question, feel free to ask me. I'll be able to entertain you. So, Dorcas, you wanna say something? Dorcas or Rizwan Khan, you want to say or introduce yourself or give a slight orientation of yourself, your experience?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. Nice to meet all of you. I hope you can hear me. It's a pleasure to be here. I myself haven't really practiced much of the ISO, but I appreciate the opportunity to learn something and see what has changed in 2026 on the ISO standards. Thank you so much.
Great, Kiza. I'm thankful to you for the participation. Anyone out there, like I can see Joel. Joel, you want to have mic? Joel or Rizwan Khan, you want to say or introduce yourself?
Sorry, sir.
You want to introduce yourself?
My name is Muhammad Rizwan Khan from Saudi Arabia, sir.
Great to know, Rizwan, and
Thank you, sir.
welcome to our host. Now it's the time that I will like to introduce our core team member, and he is basically who, conducting too much ISO batches and multiple batches with us, and he is basically providing expert in providing premium trainings. I would like to welcome Mr. Afaque Ahmed. He is a co-trainer from Global Consulting for Safety and Environment. Sir Afaque, can you hear me?
T. Fazan, thank you very much. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir.
Good to see you,
Please
mashallah, in
have the mic.
action.
Thank you, sir. Sir, it's
Actually,
all yours. The platform is all yours. You can start and you can take the
all right. So,
main
should we
pilot.
wait for
Thank you.
just for 2 or 3 more minutes so other participant can also join?
Sure, sir.
Let
Sure,
me
sir.
check.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. We can.
I'm meanwhile. Could you please allow me to share the screen or make me a
Yes, sir.
host or co-host?
Yes, sir. I can make you. Just give me a second.
Sure, because I'm unable to open my camera. I don't know what happened right now.
Sure, sir. Just making you the host. Yes, sir. You are the host here. Now you
All
can
right.
do it. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Over to you now, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Give me just 2 minutes, then we will.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Take it, sir.
और ठीक चल रहा है, कोई साइड में कभी है नहीं। जहाँ जहाँ बातचीत होता है, बाद में जब फाइनली होता है तो मजा।
All right, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very warm welcome all of you in this webinar of transition to 14,001 2026 version. Just give me one minute. So it will. All right, I hope you can see the screen right now. So let's start our session without any delay.
Yes, sir. Now your voice is coming clear. Before not coming.
Okay, thank you. So let's start our session. On behalf of GSC, I would like to thank you for joining us on time. And we will talk about the awareness, a small webinar related to 14,001 and its importance and why it is happening all over the world. We're talking about this. So let's start our webinar. My name is Afaque Ahmed, and I'm an auditor and trainer for ISO standards, working in different industry. And in this industry, I have served more than 14 years. And I'm a lead auditor for ISO 9001, 14,001, 45,001, and conducting more than 500 lead auditor courses. I'm an approved trainer from CQI and IRCA. I'm an approved trainer from Exemplar Global PCB. And so conducting audit and conducting training. This is all my job, alhamdulillah. So let's start our session, and I hope you all are well settled, happy, and healthy in your different capacities. So these are the accreditations I have on my auditing career. Different companies are proving me as an auditor. Now, let's jump before jumping to the ISO 14001 2026 version. Let me give you a small feedback or a small introduction related to ISO standard, which is ISO 14001. And before that, we need to learn that what is ISO. ISO is International Organization for Standardization. It's a body who dealing with certifications, standards. What are standards? Standards are basically uniform practices are called standard. Uniform practices. So whenever we would like to have a uniform practices in the industry, so ISO is the first body who talk about the standards. So the role of ISO is very important all over the world. The role of ISO is to provide guidance, to provide the simultaneously helping industry to implement the management system, as well as it give you a helping hand. What are the uniform practices to implement the management system? ISO has currently more than 27,000 standards. So all standards, and some are standards and some are the guidelines. So ISO standards are one of the most wanted topics of every industry in all over the world. Every industry would like to, if they would like to export their product or service, if they attract new clients, they require ISO. What is ISO? International Organization for Standardization. It's a Geneva-based NGO. The role of ISO, as I told you, that it is a standard-making body. Currently, ISO has more than 140 countries, member countries. So ISO has a member countries of more than 140, and eventually ISO implementation is very critical for the standard nowadays, because nowadays every organization would like to increase the effectiveness, efficiency. So ISO basically provide them the help to implement such things. ISO has different standards such as ISO 9001, ISO 14001, ISO 45001, and ISO 27001, 22301. ISO has giving numbers to different standards, like 14,001 is environmental management system, and 45,001 is for the occupational health and safety management system. 27,001 is for the information security management system, and 22301 is basically for the business continuity management system, right? So ISO has a long list of standards. So it is very important nowadays if you want to improve your career pathway. So ISO give you a helping hand how to implement the management system, how to implement such mechanisms, right? So the standard which we are talking about today is very important standard, and that is ISO 14001 2026 version, which was previously ISO 14001 2015 version. So what is 14001? Is a numeric name of ISO standard. The standard which talk about the management system is ISO 14001. 14001 is specifically for the environmental management system, right? So this is the hard copy, or you can say that a first look of the standard. April 2026 is the year or month in which the standard has been upgraded. Every ISO standard has transit from previous version to new version almost 7 to 8 years, but it took almost 11 years to transit from previous standard to this standard. Why? Because previous standard was also a very detailed standard, ISO 14001 2015. It was a well organized structural standard. So this standards also talk about the management system and the same high level structure. So before going towards the implementation of ISO, let me give you an idea that what is environment. Whenever we talk about environment, we need to understand the term environment. It includes the flora and fauna. It includes the land, the people who are living on the land, and the industries who are working on that, right? And in the second term, the ISO 14001 talks about the aspect and impact on the industry, from the industry to the land, to the natural resources, so that it cannot deplete at their earliest. So environment is the combination of flora and fauna. It includes human, it includes land, it includes atmosphere. So every organization in this world, whenever they would like to work, they basically use natural resources to implement the management system. Natural resources for implementing management system. Implementation of 14001 is very important because it include the legal requirement as well. So whatsoever where your company is located in the world, the legal requirement emphasizing you to protect the natural resources. In order to run our business, it is very important that we need to use the natural resources at that particular level where it is most necessary. And that is the reason most of the companies and the whole world are going towards the green side, the green energy, the green element, to protect the atmosphere. Because if we will not protect our environment, it will adverse impact on the generations came after us. So ISO 14001 giving you the helping hand to improve the air emission, global warming, climate change, ozone depletion, And if a company who are not working seriously, or you can say that if they will work against the legal requirement, then the increasement of biodiversity loss, ecosystem will damage, land and water contamination will be there. So no one is stopping industry to work for that, to not work, but at least work and use the natural resources as minimum as they can, so we can protect our resources to the next generation, right? ISO 14001 environmental management system is combination of air emission, solid and liquid waste products, consumption of resources. So it inputs the resources and stop it to deplete. So contamination is very common nowadays, unfortunately. Air contamination, solid liquid waste management is very important. So most of the countries has prepared their strict legal requirement related to environment. So if a company will not follow the environmental legal law, they will they will get penalties. They could pay heavy penalties, and they might be possible that some companies are just stop working, or the companies are getting banned for not following the environmental management system, right? So let's talk about the structure of ISO 14001 2015, and then I will explain the specific clauses which talk about the the management system implementation, right? So this standard is called high level structure. What is high level structure? The standard itself synchronizing or structurized into PDCA approach: plan, do, check, and act. So these 10 clauses are the requirement of 14,000. And why we call this as a high level structure? Because all other ISO standards are also having a same structure. So if you understand clearly this 14,001 standard, that will help you to understand other standard as well. So starting 3 clauses are non-auditable standard. What are non-auditable standard? Non-auditable standard means the implementation of clauses are starting from 4 to 10, right? So these are the non-auditable standard, and remaining are auditable standard. From 4 to 6 are auditable standard. So either we are practitioner, their responsibility to implement the management system, either they will the auditor. In both cases, they must have started from clause 4 to clause 10, right? So in order to implement the management system, we use the term auditable clauses. What are clause? Clause is basically, you can say that clause is the audit, clauses we call is set of requirement. Whenever we would like to implement the management system, we have to implement it a set of requirement. Set of requirement means the standard, the requirement which we need to implement, right? So as an organization, we need to understand that these clauses are very important, and from 4 to 10 are still the same. So even the new standard are having same kind of clauses. I mean, for clause 4 is for the management system implementation context of the organization. Clause 5 is for the leadership. Clause 6 is basically for the planning, support, operations, and import. So main clauses are same. So there is no change in the structure, but there is a slightly change in the remaining sub clauses, which I will explain with you, right? So give me just 1 minute. So these are the structure of ISO 14001. Starting clause is scope, normative reference, and terms and definitions. So whenever we would like to implement the management system, we will start working from clause 4. So clause 4, clause 5, clause 6, clause 7, clause 8, clause 9, clause 10. There are the terms which we call as shell clauses. What are shell clauses? Shell clauses are basically the auditable clauses. So all the clauses in which we have shell requirement. So whenever you implement the management system, if there is a word shell in it, it means it's a mandatory requirement, right? So mandatory requirement means either you are practitioner or either you are implementer. In both cases, you are you need to implement or you need to audit. Either you are auditor, so you will start working on from the shell clauses, right? So that is the reason I always call these are the critical clauses. Means you have to implement this. You have to implement these clauses, right? So let's talk about the changes. Then I will love to take your questions as well. So if you talk about the overall framework of the standard, there is an adding of the clause 6.3, which was planning of changes, in which we will implement the planning related to the management system. And I request you to please mute your mic. Then we will give you enough time to ask the question. Thank you. So if you talk about the framework of the standard, if we the starting clause 4 is as before. Clause 4.1 is for understanding for context of the organization. 4.2 is for interested parties. 4.3 is scope. And clause 5 is talk about leadership commitment. Also, because this standard is basically a leadership driven standard. So we have to implement as a leadership, because role of leadership is very important. So again, it's the same clause, no changes in that. Clause 6 is basically a slightly change, because in this clause, we will be having 4 sub-clauses. 6.1 is general, 6.1.2 is environmental aspects, and 6.1.3 is compliance obligation, and 6.1.5 is planning of changes. Now, it's a separate clause is 6.3, planning of changes. So whenever there is a plan, there is a change occurred in these management system, as per standard, we need to plan its changes. Like we have organization shall develop a mechanism, a method, or a framework. So whenever change in climate condition, change in climate emergency, change in sustainable energy solution, change in legal requirement, change in organizational structure, or any other change in technology. So if any change occurred outside the organization or inside the organization, but that impact on the management system, we called is at planning of change. So organization need to evaluate its change first, same like we do it in quality management system. The mindset, or you can say the narrative of this clause, we will follow the same which we follow in 9001 2015. So whenever anything change happened, we will evaluate it. So it is important that organization need to discuss it within the organization. So then again, if we talk about clause 4.1, again, you can see the shall clearly in it. Shall means mandatory clauses. Either you are practitioner or implementer, either you are auditor. Shall clauses are the nucleus of this clause or this standard. Every shall clause is mandatory to implement, because as an auditor, we conduct 3-layer audit. First layer is legal requirement. Second layer is ISO requirement. Third layer is company self-made procedure. So in the clause 4, there is a highlight. You can see, I have highlighted this particular paragraph. These issues shall include environmental conditions. So organization shall evaluate the environmental condition that impact on their management system. Nowadays, we can see a huge change in climate all over the world. The countries who are having rarely a rainfall, having a regular rainfall or regular monsoon. However, some of the countries where the monsoon season was a part of undefined, you can say that a definite part of this system. Now you cannot see any other standard, any other you can say that rainfall, too much rainfall on this particular. So some countries are becoming dry and some countries are becoming more towards the monsoon. Extreme heat condition is there. Again, flood, extreme weather conditions. So in this clause, it talks about the same scenario. Means the organization shall develop environmental conditions of their surrounding. Either the company operate in GCC countries, either the company operates in African countries or any North American or American side, or either the company is situated in the Asian countries. Local environmental conditions shall be evaluated, and pollution level, availability of natural resources, climate change, biodiversity, or ecosystem. So if a company are dealing a kind of a business in which they are part of their they are part of their mechanism that these implement they are the you can say that source to put these things into the environment. So they need to reduce it. They need to evaluate it as an environmental condition. Then there are two notes which is very important. Relevant interested parties can have a need and expectation, and the environmental conditions such as pollution level. So organization shall calculate their pollution level, and all countries need to set their pollution level, that what minimum level of pollution they will expect. Nowadays, you know the London summit, in which zero pollution should be there, but still there are some of the countries who are far behind this target of sustainability. So organization availability of natural resources. What are the natural resources available for management system related to EMS? Climate change. The relevant needs, expectation, interested parties other than legal requirement. Legal requirement are zero tolerance requirement, becoming a compliance and obligation when organization decide to comply with them. So legal requirement is still zero tolerance in this 14,001 2026 version. So then we have clause 6. Again, it's a screenshot of the standard I have took from the latest standard. Clause 6 is now convert into risk and opportunity, which was not part of this subclause in this previous standard. Risk and opportunities are part of QMS. So now QMS and EMS are both integrated easily, because QMS is also talk about risk and opportunity. What are risk? Risk could be positive, risk could be negative. Risk are the issues or uncertainty which impact on your management system. If it affect negatively, it is called negative risk. If it affects positively, then it will opportunity. So we need to develop a mechanism. If the risk is if the issues is positive for us, we need to develop a mechanism. We need to increase the production level, or we need to increase our overall management system or productivity. But if risk impact negatively, we need to reduce it as reasonable practicable. Then environmental aspect. What are environmental aspect? Environmental aspect is basically the depletion of natural resources by our input. So for example, my company excrete the wastewater, and then wastewater are becoming, I just put it into a drain line, and the drain line will go towards overflow, and that overflow means the water are came on the streets, and the toxic chemical may evaporate and put effect on the humans or the animals or the plants. So that will also aspect. So aspect is basically the negative change in the environment, right? In this particular clause, there is a special term which is we call life cycle perspective, which is again not a new term. This particular term we can use, we heard it in the sustainability, because sustainability is the next future topic for every organization, same like environmental management system. So then they define the beauty of the standard. It is when they use any jargon word, they define their meaning. So life cycle perspective include consideration of environmental aspects and each life cycle stage, and these are the important elements which impact on the management system. So life cycle includes the stages include acquisition of raw material. So whenever you hired or whenever you acquire a raw material, make sure the raw material also produced without depletion of the natural resources. Transportation and delivery, which is a very common again. Use end of life treatment, final disposable. So waste management is also very important to understand. Then 6.3 is related to planning of changes. When the organization determines the need of a changes that affect or can affect the environmental management system, the changes shall carried out planned manner. So this is very important, because see, management system it's a hard work of years. It is not a kind of a thing in which you just start developing the document and very next day you are ready to implement it, right? It's an ongoing process. So again, just because of any change, it is not necessarily you will implement or you will transform, you will change everything. Whenever there is a change, you need to evaluate either that change impact on your management system or not. As I told you, that planning of change means change in environmental conditions, change in climate, change in legal requirement, change in organizational structure, change in vendor supplier. So any change occurred, we need to implement its impact. If their impact is negative, we need to calculate the risk. Then the last change in the clause is management review. So previously, it was one of the most frequent asked question that what are general clause. So basically, standard improvise the general clause means the central idea of the clause, but now they remove it. So, and that is totally understandable, that general clause does not make any documentative sense. So we need to develop any document or procedure for the general clause. So now in the clause 9, we have only two clauses. 9.1 is for management review inputs and 9.3.1 is for general. So management review and management review result. These are two important things. What are management review? Management review is a formal meeting in which the practitioner, the implementer meets with the top management. So it is a platform where the implementer meets with the decision maker so that they will evaluate what are the changes impact on the management system. What are the impact they have. right? What are the progress of EMS? What are the complaints? What are the level of pollution we excrete? What about wastewater management system, right? So these are the key factors or KPI setting. Since clause 10 is basically the improvement element, so 10.1 is continual improvement and 10.2 is non-conformity and corrective action. So general clause again removed from clause 10 as well. So in clause 10, we have just two subclauses: continual improvement, which is the ultimate objective, that we need to grow sustained policy, we need to implement our management system and continually improve all the parameters and the positive indicator towards the management system. And non-conformity and corrective action means organization must develop a mechanism that whenever anything bad happened, in case of complaint, in case of any environmental change, so they need to set a mechanism of corrective action. Corrective action means the action to eliminate the cause of the problem. So organization should conduct a root cause and then they will eliminate the root cause. So behind every issue, there are three causes: underlying cause, immediate cause, underlying cause, and root cause. So if a company will work on the root cause and then they develop a mechanism, it means they work on the root cause, they develop a procedure. So that problem is not reoccur, right? So other changes are 4.3 scope link with life cycle perspective. Life cycle means the company must have a positive life cycle towards the management system. 8.1 mentions the externally provide process, product and services. This clause was addressed in previous standard with the contractor. This is vendor management system clause. All companies are working for to apply the vendor management system. So it is important that we need to identify the vendor management system is actively implemented. So vendor management system is basically whenever you purchase anything outside the organization, you will evaluate the vendor. The vendor should be, again, they should be EMS compliant. So it is not about the cause that you are following the vendor just because they are providing us cheap or economical product. No, we need to set a vendor. We need to identify. We need to set a criteria of which is helping for the environmental management system, right? So you need to choose your vendor wisely. If your vendor are involved in pollution, biodiversity loss, deforesting, or any air pollution, land pollution, or water pollution, you are not supposed to work with them. Auditor will definitely ask you, what are the criteria you set to work with this vendor? Why don't you work with those vendors who are more reliable for the environment, right? So maintain and retain was also a term used in previous standard. Whenever the standard use maintain, it means document. Whenever in a standard there was a word of retain, it means we need to prepare a record. Maintain refer to the document and retain means record. But over here, both terms are replaced with available. So if the word available in the standard, it means you need to prepare a document leading towards the record, documented information. So you need to prepare all the procedures of those clauses which are having available word and shall word, right? So in the context of the organization, most of the people said, what are the internal, external issue related to the environmental management system? So it include climate change, complexity and evaluated, pollution level considered, natural resources availability like how much water you are utilizing, how much energy you are utilizing, how much material, biodiversity impact, what is the impact of your byproduct or waste product to biodiversity, where you dispose of your environmental where you dispose your waste, either that impact on the environment positively or negatively. Then action to address risk and opportunity considered to be other aspects. So first you need to, I always said clause 4.1 should complement clause 6.1. 4.1 is the value, 6.1 is the formula. So you keep update the environmental aspect on regular. Whenever you will be having a meeting of environment, you must evaluate it, right? Then operational control, inline and aspect impact risk assessment should be there. So these are the important terms for 14,001. Now the question is how to transit. For all the organization who are certified on 14,001, they must have their 3-year audit cycle. First year, they have 2 audits, stage 1 audit and stage 2 audit. Then after successfully granted the certificate of environmental management system, there will be year 1 surveillance audit, year 2 surveillance 2 audit. So you can, although it's a 3-year cycle, transition time, so you need to transit before April 2029. It's a cutoff date. But it's better to train your people, and it's a high time for all those people who are not certified on 14,001. They need to enroll themselves because environmental management system is the future. Environmental sustainability is also a very common word using by all the industry, right? So we need to identify that if you are not certified yourself, you might be behind from the industry. So if you will not improve yourself, get ready to replace. Same goes for the company. Some companies are just put this standard on the last year. We will transit on 2029. But sometimes it's too late. So it's better that you need to understand. First of all, you need to train your key persons, then gradually update your procedures, conduct internal audit, then any of the first year or second year surveillance, you can contact to your certification body and ask them to conduct your transition audit. So you can avoid extra mandates. So transition audit will add a value. It's the same kind of audit, but that audit will be on 9001 2026 version, and you will getting a certificate. For all those individuals who are already certified ISO 14001 2015 version for environmental management system. If they already have an IRCA certification or exemplar certification or any PCB certification, they need to attend only a transition course, which is a 2 days course, in which only changes will be the topic of these 2 days. Then you can appear in the exam and you can get the new certificate. But if you not attending any certificate previously, so you need to attend a full-fledged lead auditor course, which is 5 days for classroom session and 10 days for online session. So these are very important because 14,001 is the future, to be honest. So it is important that we need to work regularly because sustainability is a very hot topic all over the world. I mean, you guys witness, everyone is talking about sustainability. Every government develop their specific policy related to sustainability. So that's all from my side. Let's get the question answer session. If you have any question, you can open your camera and you can ask the question. I'm here to ask. I'm here to ask. I will reply your questions. No problem. Any question, you can ask question in Urdu, you can ask question in English. Yes, guys.
Hello,
Assalamualaikum,
sir.
sir. How are you? All good? Sorry.
Yes, I'm fine, Lukman.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I have already asked the question in the chat box that when ISO 14001 was published for the first time. This is my one question. Another one was also why the organizations feel needs or requirements of ISO, and why all entities depends on this body.
You have three questions. 14,001 first edition.
Yes.
First edition was
Yes, yes.
sorry, I'm unable to hear you. What was the first edition?
Yes, my first question was related to when ISO 14001 was published for the first time.
First time ISO 14001 is basically in 2000 is 1996 was the first time, right? It was the first version, you can say that, of 14,001, 1996. Then 2003, then 2007, then 2015, and now 2026 version. Clear?
Okay, sir. My second question was related to also why organization feel the needs or requirements of ISO.
First of all, environmental management system talk about organization responsibility related to environment. If a company will not work according to the environmental friendly procedures, they will not get the license. Whenever you register company in any country, they will ask you what work you will done. Even as a training company, as a responsible environmental management system, we try to implement it. We try to identify. We try to minimize the impact of environment. So it is very important that whatever the company is producing, either it is petrochemical industry, either it is the plastic manufacturing, food company, so they must have they must get the resources from the natural resource. So it is important to get the natural resource, but do not deplete it, because it's a legal requirement as well. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. You answered.
For example, if you required 1 glass of water, but you drink 10 glass of water, so what you have done? Either it is harmful, either it is harmful for not harmful, but either our Islam is also stopping these things to to waste the natural resources, right? So same goes for the management system. This management system give you a structural way to implement a kind of a mechanism, so we can use our natural resources, but not more than we require, so that we can protect our environment. Because if we will not protect the environment will not protect us. And that is the reason what happening in different countries: extreme weather condition, flood, earthquakes, cloud burst, natural disasters, just because some unnecessary things happened in last decade. Yes, guys. Next question.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. Alhamdulillah, I am fine. Awais, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, sir. Sir, will we receive certificate for this webinar or not?
So you are interested in certificate, not learning.
No, sir. Interested in learning, also in certificate, because.
So you have learned.
Yes, sir.
Don't
because
worry.
in some interviews they ask about webinar certificate.
Yes, they will also ask you what you have learned from the webinar. So certificate is not a big problem. My core team is with us. They definitely provide you, but honestly, having 100 certification and having 0 knowledge is useless. So try to learn something. Certificate is just a ticket. Your knowledge is your power. So whenever you appear in any organization for an interview, they will ask you what is environment, what is environmental sustainability, what is environmental management system. So certificate is a secondary things, but we will provide you a certificate. Don't worry, but it will take time.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other question, guys?
Yes, Assalamualaikum, Joel.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, Joel.
Yes, Joel. I'm just asking, before I saw the checklist of 2015 version. Now they released the new one. the one you discuss close for 4 point something and 6 point like this, they including in the checklist? Let me know. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good question, to be honest. So nice of you. Very good question. What happened is, whenever we get whenever we get any requirement for training audit, they ask for the checklist. Remember, ISO does not recommend any checklist. ISO recommend the standard. Checklist is basically a kind of a you can say that a questionnaire. So yes, Joel, we need to update the checklist. If you are following 2015 checklist, we need to update it. We need to update it to new versions. All the clauses which are we already shared with you, these clauses are changed. So their auditing perspective will also change. So whenever we said available, it means we want required document. Whenever we ask shell document, it includes the mandatory requirements.
Okay, thank you. But in
So
my follow-up question is, it means more evidence. As per the previous, in something, surveillance only, now is more evidence. You got my point, sir? Sorry,
yeah, I do agree. Not more evidence, more realistic approach. More realistic because it's a risk-based standard.
Okay, realistic. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yes,
It
realistic
means
approach.
that
So
photo, if you making some observation and then some risk and opportunity, so it means need uh what do you call this? Some evaluation and the photo like this. It means to support your report, your auditing, something like this.
let me explain. So whenever previously we were working on 14,001 2015, we do not have much thing to address in the site visit. Also, when we talk about ISO 45001 health and safety, there is a lot of things which we need to have to do in the site visit. But now in 2026 version, auditor will directly go towards your waste management areas. Auditor asks you where you dump your waste, where you evaluate your waste. What are the companies who are onboarding you for the mess? For example, in Pakistan, we cannot provide waste to anyone. There are some approved government approved waste management companies. Only we can provide them the waste. So organizations are more realistic approach, but uh, this particular standard more focus on the implementation.
Okay, thank you. Maybe I will review again, and next time I will come back to you if any question. Thank you, sir,
Definitely,
Mr.
definitely.
Ahmed. Thank you.
Definitely. I request my team to share the contact details on the chat box of Zoom so that if any team, anyone having a query, they can save our contact details so they can send our team as
Sure,
well.
sir. At the last webinar, sir, I would definitely introduce all the team members.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yes, guys. Any other question, guys?
Yes, hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you.
You mentioned that the cutoff is 2029 for this to be effective,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that
Right.
includes even our certification to be updated from 2015 standard to 2026.
Absolutely.
Now, when it comes to implementations, like on a project, maybe like, for example, like a site inspection, is it mandatory to start applying the 2026 policies, or can someone still adapt the 2015 or basically use both?
All right. Thank you very much. I understand your question. I would like to explain the question, right? So first of all, whenever ISO standard publish any standard, right, they give 3 years transition time so that the industry understand the standard, implement its mandatory clauses, then ready for the audit, right? So all your projects need to start working. That is the reason I urge all the industry nowadays to at least start reading, start understanding the 14,001. So it is very good thing that you can conduct a 1 day training of awareness of 14,001, in which you can ask them that what are the new changes. Because what happened is all the industry are waiting for 2028 or 2029. Then when they start implementing it, their system may be old and they cannot incorporate it. So it's better to implement right now. It is better that we can set an objective as per 6.2 clause to understand the 2015 2026 version, and all the projects, all the contractors must be certified before 2029.
Okay, is there content available on the 2026 version that we can start, familiarizing ourselves with?
Yeah, there are so many contents available.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Assalamu
Or
alaikum, sir.
you can contact to our team as well. They can arrange a session for you. We are having a regular trainings for 1 day awareness, 2 day internal auditing, or 5 days course, whichever suits for you. So we can
Okay.
arrange a team.
Okay, thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Yes, walaikum assalam, Mr. Rizwan.
Sir, just I know already my complete ISO 14000 to 2015 EMS. Now I'm working environmental coordinator. Next, what certification we need?
Do you have IRCA certification?
IRC, no, sir.
Sorry, IRCA or exemplar?
No, I had EMS have certification, but only one I.
Okay, it's if it is an accredited course from IRCA, so you can have 2 days transition training, but if it is not internationally approved certification, so you need to complete a lead audit report. It is recommended, again, not necessarily, but
Sir, but I need a international certification, sir.
yeah, so international certification, you can attend our 10 days training, which is very friendly for the professionals. We conduct it on evening timings. Our expert trainers conduct this course 4 hours per day. So I request them, you can share your details in the chat box, Zoom chat box. My team members are here. They will contact you and they will give you a best possible.
What type of the
dates.
name this course, sir?
Sorry?
What type of the course name?
Course
10
name
days.
is 10 days course name Environmental Management System Lead Auditor.
Sir, lead already get, sir.
But you are not, you said you required an international certification, right?
International, this is already got, sir, this certification. Next certification, what you need for environmental coordinator and environmental related?
Other than 14,001?
14,001 to 2015.
Okay, let me explain you. First of all, you need to upgrade your certification from 2015 to 2026 version.
Okay.
Right? So
okay, sir.
you can contact our team. They will help you to understand to handle your query, and you can attend our course to upgrade your certificate. First of all, if you talk about other than 14,001, you can attend environmental sustainability for managers as well. That is also a good course for environment.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you,
Please
sir.
share your details on the chat box. My team is there to facilitate you. Yes, guys, any other question? Yes, guys, everyone sleeping. Please, I request everyone to please open the camera so that I realize I'm not talking with the table and chairs. Please open the camera.
We are here, sir.
Show me your energy.
Thank you.
We need to
here.
take attendance. We need to take attendance to all the participants so my team can get a picture. Yes, everyone, do not shy. You looks very fabulous today. You look good. Don't worry about your face. Please open the camera. A lot of people are already attending my course. Yes, guys, please open the camera. Mudassir Hayat. Zishan, please open the camera. Yunus. Yes, guys. जी मुदस्सिर आप सवाल करना चाह रहे हैं कुछ? Any question, guys? Yunus Khan, please open the camera. Alden, open the camera. Glenn, open the camera. Host not allowed to the video. Why is that so? Let me check. Yes, can you check now? Yes, Alden, good to see you. One of our alumni, successful alumni of GSE. Yes. Any other question, guys? Who said video is not allowed? Let me check. Yes, Yunus Khan, please open your camera. Yes, guys, any other question? Or should I request my team member to share the final words with you? Any other question? Please, final 2 minutes from my side.
Sir, and for this health and safety and this EMS for environmental management
Sorry, come
system.
again, please. Please come again. Your half question was.
Sorry. What is the main difference between this 15,001 and for 14,001 for the health and safety and EMS?
A lot of differences, my dear brother. One for the environmental management system and one for the health and safety management system.
But when sir, we are working on the on the side, so we are actually responsible for both, for environment and for health and safety.
Yes. So there are so many things which will be main difference. One is specific perspective for the environmental management system, and one for the health and safety management system. For this, I have shared my YouTube channel link on the Zoom. You can find out so many videos of health and safety and environment separately. This is specific for 2026 version. I request everyone to please ask question related to 2026 version, which is the topic. Yes, guys.
Sir, now, Assalamu alaikum, my name is Sajad. And
Walaikum assalam,
now,
Sajad.
sir, the guy just asked about the difference between the health and safety and the environment. But nowadays, we are facing the integrated management system. So, does this integrated management system include this environmental and the HSE side, or in the future it will come in integrated ways, or it should be there should be a difference in environmental or in HSE side?
Very sensible question, Sajjad. Actually, integrated does not mean both mixed together. Do not think about it. Integrated means you can use one document in which you can incorporate quality requirements, environment requirement, and safety requirements. So one document is enough for 3 standards. 14,001 is a separate standard. 45,001 is a separate standard. 9,001 is a separate standard. They will not, you can say it, merge in each other. But what is integrated? Integrated is just a term. When a company is certified on more than one standard, these are integrated standards. That's it. But requirements are familiar, same, but not mixed with each other. So if a company is still if the company want to certified only for 45,000, they can go there, no issues at all. So it's better you guys work on 14,001, 45,001, and 9,001. You need to attend the lead auditor.
Sir, you ask about the legal compliance. Recently I am in energy sites, renewable energy side. So in legal compliance register, you told that there is changes in 2026. So that we should upgrade the legal compliance register, or it comes from the authorities. They will guide us to change the legal compliance register for the specific projects.
I don't think I ask about to change the legal compliance register. we cannot change anything in the legal compliance register until and unless it is prescribed by the legal law, right? But
Yes.
I told you about changes. Whenever any change in legal requirement, that must be addressed and
Thank you.
adapt. So
So,
legal requirement. So whenever my student join in any country, I ask you to evaluate the legal requirement.
so I have last question. This is not related to the course, just about the personal building of career. So I have done the ISO 14001 in all the ISO courses, but and also currently I am working on in a Bosch International environmental that we can call it IDIP. So beside that, which are the main courses or which help me to upgrade my career to an environmental side? Which course you suggest to for the future upcoming my future life? Which course is good for me?
Very good question. So first of all, if you are already certified on 14001, you need to upgrade to 14001 2026 version. It will be a just 2 days training, I believe, right? Transition
Okay.
training in you because when industry start working to implement 2026 version, there is a boom in the industry. They required people who knows this is standard. So if you are the one, you can take first mover advantage. Number one. Number two, if you are done with this certification, so I suggest you to get the details from my team. It's ISEP certified environmental sustainability for managers. Recently, my team is conducting regular training on that. So it's a very interactive course, 4 days course. It's an international qualification. Remember the name in environmental sustainability skills for managers. Very interesting
No.
course.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You can share your contact details in the Zoom. My team will share the details.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right, guys. I request my dear friend Fazan, to conclude this training. I hope you find this training informative. My last request to you is start investing on your skills, because if you will not invest on your skills, get ready to replace. Sorry, but this is my quote. If you are not ready to improve, then ready for replaced. Over to you, Fadan.
Sir, thank you very much for a very great and informative webinar. First of all, I would like to pay my hearty regards to Mr. Afaque Ahmed Khan for this great participation over the platform of Global Consulting for Safety and Environment. Now, let me introduce my core team at GAC, working with us from training and development, Ms. Mashal Ansar, and obviously the core person of our global team, Sarafaq Ahmed Khan. From the digital side, we have Mr. Abdul Wahab. I have already shared the number of the core team. Myself, Faizan Khan, and I am working as a product manager, as well as I have my teammates, Ms. Farwa Zara, Ms. Ashna, and Ms. Sidra Mustafa with us. And I have already shared all of the content chat box. All of you guys can copy their number for any query, for any information regarding any premium professional certification or training we are providing from the platform of Global Consulting for Safety Environment. And thanks to all of the alumni, those who have joined our session and participated in the entire webinar to just learn about the transition from the standard of 14,001 2015 to the 14,001 2026 standard. And now I have two important announcements that every attendant who have attended the seminar, who have attended the webinar, they will surely receive their professional attendance certificate within 3 to 4 working days in the next week. And for that, I'll definitely through Abdul Wahab. You can contact Abdul Wahab for your certification of attendance for this webinar, and you can place it in your organization and multiple platforms as well. And now let me give you a brief highlight regarding global consulting, who we are and what we are doing right now in this region. We are the only institution in this region with very great professional trainings. We are providing from basic IOSH and OSHA certification, from the extensive ISIP certification in the field of environmental and sustainability. We are providing lead auditor courses, like 14,001, 45,001, and 9,001. Along these certifications, we are also providing national vocational qualification, Ofcol regulated qualification from UK, as well as OTHM certifications in environment, as well as in occupational health and safety, as well as we are providing professional management, project management professional certification by PMI USA. And if you any of you guys need any kind of information, feel free to contact entire team. I have shared the contact list. As well as now, the second announcement is that our guest speaker is unable to join our webinar due to his flight issue in Saudi Arabia. He's unable to join the webinar. Now, I have introduced all of my team. You can contact any of the person, as well as I have shared my number in the chat box as well. You can contact me regarding any ambiguity to any training. And thanks all of you guys, specifically the alumni who have already had an experience with us. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, I am grateful to Almighty God that we have the opportunity to have the guys and girls from all across the region, from all ethnicity on our platform, with equal opportunity system. And we have providing them with the premium quality trainings from last 2.5 years. And feel free to contact us. Thanks all of you for joining us. And so I would like to thank my CEO, Mr. Muhammad Faizan Zafar. Unfortunately, he was also unable to attend the webinar, but he is the main backbone of entire global consulting, who had given us the opportunity to provide you the right and career enhancement based premium training to all of you guys. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me. Otherwise, we'll be closing this session after 1 minute. Do you have any questions, guys? Please share us the feedback after this webinar, and you all have our numbers. So thank you very much, all of you, for attending this webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. This is very
God bless you all.
informative, by the way, but it's
Thank
very
you.
informative, and we will hope for in future for the more session, inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure having you all. Thank you very much. Okay, now you may leave. All of the guys, you may leave. Thank you. Thank you, Niaz. Thank you, Hamza. Thank you, Mudassir Hayat. Thank you, Muhammad Awais, and specifically Lukman. He has given a lot of input during the session. Thank you, Lukman.